So athletes are definitely more vulnerable to concussions, especially football players, just because of the exposure. So they, bang heads pretty much every single play. So the opportunity is there for them to um, get exposed to an injury, as opposed to someone that is not around, not a
I got a
contact
concussion in the
sport.
game, and I didn't really realize I had a concussion until I got to the sideline. But it was kind of hard to for them to tell me that I couldn't play because I felt like the team needed me at the time. But at the time, I had to do what was right for me, and I had to sit out.
So really, there's no way to prevent a concussion. Our role is to educate and do our best to really inform the athlete what the actual injury is, what are some of the signs and symptoms, and the biggest thing is communicate. And we try to get on a really good level with the athletes and earn their trust. So if they do ever get injured or they, we're at every practice, we're at every game, we're gonna see if they get nicked up, something big, and we're gonna be able to recognize those. It's the ones that a lot of times go unnoticed and it's a little minor hit, but they might go back to their dorms later at night and they might feel woozy, lose a little appetite, but they don't say anything, and then they go back in the next day, get hit 4, 5, 6 more times. Then that's where it gets into an issue. So we try to kind of nip it in the butt, so to speak. So we have that talk with them every year at the beginning of the year, and make sure that they understand if they are not feeling normal at all, come to us sooner rather than later. So instead of maybe missing 1 or 2, 3 days, they don't have to miss like 3 or 4 weeks because they didn't come to us.
And UCLA. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Might reconsider the next time. Roosevelt Davis was from.
So return play, it gets a little tricky, and every case is different. But we do have a few guidelines. We have our full concussion protocol here at UCLA, and how we do it is, and we have daily checkups with team physician. Every day there's a team physician here. Every day the athlete's going through a full screening exam, symptom score. Balance testing and memorization, numbers, bunch of things that cognitive as well as just being able just to remember things and whatnot. So it's an everyday check-in. So basically, we don't even start the clock on them until they're asymptomatic for 24 hours. So some guys, the next day they feel normal. Some people it takes them days, weeks, sometimes longer than that. So once they are 24 hours asymptomatic, then we kind of start our progression. So 24 hours, they can ride the bike for 30 minutes, wait another 24 hours, reassess. If they're still good, then we advance them to the next level, which is some running, and wait another 24 hours, have them see the doc. If they're still good, then we can advance them to some sports-specific drills, wait another 24 hours. If they're still good, then we can advance to non-contact practice, which is doing everything. You're just not taking any hits and try to keep them out of that kind of stuff. And then if they're good with that, there's some other baseline testing, impact testing stuff that we do with them. And if those numbers are good, then they see the doc, and then that's usually when they can return to play. So best case, if someone is diagnosed with concussion, the soonest they'll be able to get back, absolute soonest, is 5, 6 days. Yeah.